You're going to remember her as the gold medal gymnast who soared at the Olympics. Now Shannon Miller is going after a new goal, aiming to, well, has a mission to stop ovarian cancer. Last year, the 34-year-old was diagnosed with the disease known as the silent killer. Sat down with her to talk about how she's coping and her quest to help others.
One of the finest careers in American gymnastics.
She tumbled, soared, and vaulted into Olympic gymnastics history in 1992 and 96. Winning 7 overall medals and American hearts. Shannon Miller was, as she says, the girl with frizzy hair and scrunchies. This is Shannon Miller today, a 34-year-old wife and mom facing perhaps her toughest opponent, ovarian cancer, discovered during a routine exam last December.
It was during that exam that they found a baseball-sized cyst on my ovary.
And you were feeling fine?
I had absolutely no symptoms, and I think that's why I'm just so passionate about talking to women and telling them to get their exams, because you don't have to be feeling bad.
Shannon had the cyst and an ovary removed, then underwent 9 weeks of chemo. You know, Shannon, a lot of women, when they hear that, they don't want to do it because they don't want to lose their hair.
And it's such a personal thing, but I think once you just embrace it as a symbol of health, of I am doing this so that I can be here for my family. I can be here for, for me, looking at my son who's 18 months old every morning. Yeah, I'll go bald for you. I will do whatever I need to do so that I'm here for you.
Well, I have never seen you look more beautiful. And when I saw the picture of you bald in a national publication, I was like, you go, girl. You know, you're really helping so many people.
I hope so. You have been an amazing inspiration to me. Just being able to see another woman go through that and work through it and be courageous, be on air, bald, and not ashamed of it. I think that speaks volumes, and I know I benefited from that, and I can't imagine the millions that have benefited. And for me to be able to be so open about my issue and really scream from the rooftops to get your screenings, get your regular exams, early detection saves lives, and that's just become a mantra for me. I'm doing really well this week.
Prior to her diagnosis, Shannon ran a health and fitness website, which now has a renewed focus on inspiring women with cancer. Shannon says exercise is an important part of her treatment and recovery. I know that being healthy and a healthy lifestyle did not prevent you from getting cancer, but boy, hasn't it helped you lick it?
It really has. One of the things that that's really, they're doing a lot more research in now is fitness during chemo, and for me that was kind of a no-brainer, and my body was craving it.
How much your background of being an Olympic athlete, the most decorated athlete in U.S. history in gymnastics, how did that help you through this?
I know how to be a fighter. I know how to be. I was that scrappy little kid from Oklahoma, and I was going to stay on that darn 4-inch-wide beam.
Just feeling it. And speaking of the balance beam, my inner gymnast could not resist trying to impress Shannon with my routine. How would you go back? I just like that little, but not so much.
Good.
Thank you. Okay, that's it. Now that the difficult phase of chemo is behind her, Shannon, with the love and support of her husband John and beautiful son Rocco, faces a new chapter.
When he hugs me, it doesn't matter what I'm going through. It doesn't matter how much hair I have.
You set your mind to something, you go through chemo. You got a 9-week plan. Okay, got a game plan. Ooh, now it's over. What do I do now? And kind of plays tricks on you a little bit. Are you going through that?
Absolutely. I was so excited to be going through my last day of chemo, but it really did hit me. Is it going to come back? When is it going to come back? And it's just terrifying, and I know that I can't live my life that way. I trust in God that He has a plan, and a great plan for me.
Have you had a day yet that you have not thought about cancer?
No. No, not in some time. And that's hard.
You will. Before you know it, you wake up and you realize that you're not thinking about it anymore.
And I look forward to that. I can't wait for that day. And it's so good to know that it's coming. you.